This is our last session, but the last is the biggest bang. So we have Mitul Rana and Bhima talking about Microsoft Defender and how to stop attacks and reduce security operations with XDR. So I'm super interested, and Mitul and Bhima, the stage is all yours.
Thank you, Mike, and well, all. It's quite late in India, but wherever you guys have joined, okay, we are listening. Okay, now it's better. So yeah, wherever you guys are, greetings of the day, time, but it's good to talk in this conference, and I love to be part of this user groups, talk on various sessions. Technology areas like Office 365, Azure, cloud security, and the cloud security is a new passion which I'm exploring these days. And I was like from initial career, I have done certified ethical hacking and all. Mainly, I help my current organizations in managing a cloud infra and platform architecture. Talking about this India Cloud Security Summit, it's a wonderful initiative. We had different user groups earlier also. We used to do speak on sessions like Office Saturday, Power Platform Bootcamp, Azure Bootcamp, but this is kind of a new initiatives which we have since Microsoft has opened a new branch for Microsoft Security, and it's now expanding in a big way. So we have to like bring our user group also on the same page. So very good initiative, and thanks to be part of it, speaking on sessions.
Yeah, great. We welcome to the session. Along with that, we invite and welcome you to join Hands in Eliminating Hunger, which is again a great initiative from
the organizer of this session.
Organization of these sessions. So please do donate. Please do visit the indiacloudsecuritysummit.com. Get more details there. A brief about me. Mitul has already talked about himself. Brief about me is that I've been with the industry from 17 years now. Recently, I came out of a full-time employment, starting my as an independent consultant. I'm a Microsoft certified trainer as well. In the last 17 years, I've been working with mostly our Microsoft technologies, starting from VB5, VB6, SQL Server to until now with its Azure capabilities. We have one more slide which talks about like you have a chance of winning goodies. So attendees, please scan through this particular MS Forms QR code and note on the session code. You will, if the organization will take care of announcing the goodies later.
Yeah, ideally we should give this code in last, but it's good.
It is the last session, so it is better that we share it already, so that people get benefited.
Yeah. So we'll start talking about on this Microsoft Defenders. We will walk through these portals. We will let you know what are the security risks and why we need, what's the need for that Defender kind of SOC and orchestrated tools, and we will give you basic guidelines how to set up this tool and get started with using and evaluating Microsoft Defender in your current organization. That's what my idea about what I'm going to talk in this session. Like last session I was attending with Sergey. He was doing lots of good potential breaches or hacking. But that's a good way of doing analyzing an impact of the things what we are doing with the systems. But once we hack it and how the Defender defends it, that's the more interesting part to know and learn in this Cloud Security Summit. And there we will try to help you. But getting the data is very tough here, and for the demo, and also for that. We will see how the Defender itself can help us to get the data. So I will definitely show you how easy we can do those attacks on those systems. And so we will do simulation for the attacks also.
Yeah,
we will do that potential ransomware and all PowerShell scripts, but not in the way that Sergey was doing. Like we will do in a smart way, how Microsoft helped us to do it. and we will try to evaluate this Defender portal on this session. But let's, as Hanabar said, first we have to evaluate why, what is that need for it.
Yeah, yeah. Right. Yeah, I'm going to bring up some of the facts from the report which IBM generates, or survey generated by survey report is generated by IBM. Every year it is done. So from last 17 years they have been doing it. So they say they publish a report called as cost of a data breach.
Yeah.
So that couple of slides on that. On this particular slide, you can see that be it's a remote working or anything, or be it a COVID effect. So year on year, this was like highest increase. It is costing us like 4.24 millions of US dollars, which is on data breach.
Yeah, but this year we've seen having a highest rise of 10%. So it's good amount of data breach we have. With that, we have to see other parameters of this report as well.
Yeah, there's a couple more parameters on. I'll just bring up all of them so that you can read through when we are talking about it. So on an average, the cost of a breach is like 1.07 million, which is like higher this year again.
Yeah, yeah.
And the loss of business represented is 38% of overall average cost.
Yeah.
And the most common record loss is customer personal identifiable information.
Yeah.
That has costed like 180 per loss.
Yeah, in Europe we say it is the GDPR, and then, yeah, personal identifiable informations are very costlier for any bigger organization. These facts might be reported multiple times a day, but any session cannot start without it, because it focuses and showcases the need of this security things. Yeah.
Yeah. Some more facts about like if someone has already used or implemented this security parameters or security aspects, still they are not 100% covered. Wherever AI security, AI and with automation is covered, so there is like a cost saving of 80%. And in a hybrid, the cost saving is around around 3.61 million. Again, ransomware and destructive attacks, which are costlier than any other types of breaches, that is 4.62 million US dollars this year.
Yeah, security is the area where every company till recently had very less budget to allocate, but still whatever you do to the security, it's like ocean, and then you will find a gap to fulfill. So like as architect, what we practice, we follow and recommend hybrid cloud. So this report, which is a recent report from 2021, supports that hybrid cloud is a good strategy going forward from the security perspective, and will continue to be do so. It is one of the industry's authenticated report. It's good to see that we are evaluating this report before starting the session.
Yeah, even in fact, in Ignite, it was presented. In some of the slides, they have taken it.
Okay.
IBM collaborates with Accenture, and then Microsoft, they combined come up with this report.
Yes.
Yeah, moving on. So we have seen like the cost of data breach. To save that, how do we care? How do we? What are the steps to mitigate those things? So these are some of the things which are industry words or buzzwords, which are like we need to take care of as in any environment.
Yeah. To talk about any tool, you go to akms.microsoft security, and then you can see that in the Microsoft security stack, these are the keywords that which they're talking on any product. Zero Trust with Office 365, SIM tool for Azure. So yeah, this is the area to look on to give us secure infra for an enterprise.
And following that, the SOC analyst job is more important than ever before. The job of SOC analyst is made more easier from Microsoft. with an offering of Microsoft Defender.
Yeah, so this is a new word. Earlier we used to know that a system analyst, and they say security analyst, and nowadays buzzword is SecOps analyst. And definitely one guy there will be in your organization that will be sitting on the SIM or some of the monitoring tool, or even without monitoring tool, they are trying to protect you. So I'm going to talk for those guys who's working to protect your enterprise assets from being hacked, from being compromised. What tools we have for them as an offering?
Yeah, so Microsoft Defender has this two very important tools. One offerings, which are like one is XDR, that is extended detection and response, which includes your identities, your endpoints, your applications, emails, and then collaboration tools. And it is having now it is integrated with the multi-cloud protection with IoT infrastructure, cloud resources. And then workloads. When I say multi-cloud, it is including AWS, your other Google Cloud or Microsoft Azure.
Yeah, to define any product is most first we should talk about the need of it, and then this product itself gone a lot of recent changes from the Microsoft side, where they have seen this as a potential to grow as a big market for them, and it's a potential to help enterprise also in saving this infra. So they have combined multiple products like Defender for Identity, Endpoint, Applications, Email, and I think work is still on. We will see what all we have with the portals and what all those Microsoft is working and whatever we have as an offering. And yeah, we'll try to explore what are the possibilities with IoT and cloud infra.
Yeah. You might have already seen these whole couple of next 3-4 slides around what different kind of threats are there.
Yeah.
We can just talk about like each slide one-liner and then move faster so that we can focus on our demonstrations.
Yeah. Threat landscapes are like this also I see multiple places in that different area. They have a specific offering also for threat things where they help you to identify the threats and compare the worldwide top threats and then a consultant. So you might be an organization who cannot afford a CISO. But even if you don't have a CISO, but you can have a CISO ready view from the Microsoft with the help of this tool.
Yeah, we will walk through that. So first and foremost is that phishing. There are two different kinds of like phishing, where the hacker which is trying to retrieve the information. I think that is what survey was showing.
Yeah.
Spear phishing and all of that. And before that, there was another session where there I think a detailed explanation was given for all of these different terms. Phishing attack, and then spoofing, where the header of an email is tricked so that the recipient is compromised.
Yeah.
Then there are spams and malwares. Yeah, this is very commonly used. And then account breach. Then elevation of privileges. I think that Sergey again shown about like how a particular users compromise users data, or through that how he got into domain, being in domain administrator credentials. And then we have data exfiltration, retrieval of a data which has happened, and then data deletion, spillage, coin mining, and then some other attacks which like buffer cracking and malicious insider.
Yeah.
So maybe we can like maybe a revision of what a threat kill chain looks like.
Yeah. So quickly, Hanabar, what shown you, there can be multiple incidents or multiple attacks on your system, which are very known to industry. But the attacks which we talk is very known, and I know it from last at least 8, 9, 10 years when I started reading security. It's a very common attack, and these techniques are very old also, but still relevant. Yeah, still relevant. But nowadays, everybody is coming with a new techniques or new tricks. Or I say at that point, attack surface was less, like the systems which can be compromised were less. People were doing less digital. So these days, the attack surface has increased a lot. Yeah, that's because the usage is also bigger. Yeah. So we need more unified tool, or we need a better tool which can see all these exposed area which has a security risk to an enterprise. This threat kill chain demo, or the slides which you are seeing, we are seeing user receives an email, he open an attachment, he open a browser to a website, he install it. So this is normal user behavior, and is going to a device. He have, like, we have a firewall or endpoint protection here. Then he can have privilege escalations. He to prove his identity, and then he assess the resource. So in this whole journey, there are possibility of attack at what all places. So if you see, okay, you can have a password spray on data. You can have malicious code executions on the installation device. You can have internal phishing attack when you are trying to prove your identity. You can have exchange or one-type exfiltration. You can have malicious OAuth authentication. When you do a normal operations, you don't see that there is a chance of you getting compromised. Yeah. But there is a chance hidden. With this slide, we want to showcase whatever you are doing, there is a possibility you being compromised, and there is a need your activities should be orchestrated and see when you are going to be compromised. It's like it's like a hidden thing. And COVID time, we wear masks, we are doing sanitization, we are doing everything, but we never know when we are getting compromised, when we will get infected. And in COVID, you will have a symptoms that okay, you are compromised. But in real world, if you not having these tools, there was a actual article, I think, in this our previous PPT on that it takes around 30 days to 60 days to know that you are compromised. True, true. So it's not that when you come to know, okay, Microsoft has identified a potential bug and potential breach, and then they are working on it. It's not that it happened that day only. It is already 30, 40 days, and the guy who came has already done his job. True. So how risky it is. For doing that, we need a unified tool which have everything. Which can protect us on the cloud, which can protect us in securing our identity, which can protect us in securing our end PC. Yeah. So yeah, and then Defender is one of the good choice. Yeah, that is what we are talking about in this slide, which is like a Microsoft security platform, which I call it as. Yeah. It is having like a SIM tool and XDR tools. Mm. So in XDR part, we talk about like Microsoft 365 defenders, which are mostly covered from an end points perspective, and the Azure Defender is covering the cloud part of it. So I see a couple of OS which needs to be protected in our organizations, and then I see a couple of cloud services which also needs to be protected. In security area, if you say what you guys are doing for the security, these questions come very open to me. I'm working with a collaboration team, and then an IT team comes and asks me what you guys are doing for the security thing. It not be might be in my scope, but these are the tools which I can say, okay, our systems and our applications are protected by SIM, which is security event information monitoring tool, or event monitoring tool, where we can aggregate all those events and all the signals, or when I say in signals in security sense, you aggregate all the signals and identify potential risky signals, applying AI and other things. And XDR is extended detection and response. Like, so you see an attack, and because of the AI thing, you know it's an attack, and then you do it. So earlier things like antivirus, or you say firewall, anything, any protection system is about protecting, it's trying to protect you. Here it's like it compares your conditions with market conditions, or what attacks are going in the market, and accordingly it all automatically remediate you and save you also from that. We will try to showcase that in our demo also. Yeah. So firstly, we just look at what Azure Defender is at a high level. It is a separate portal because we recognize the place to protect Azure is in Azure. Yeah. But it is also a multi-cloud, protecting where you can do AWS, Google Cloud, and of course Azure. It covers Windows, Linux servers, SQL server storages,
containers, serverless workloads that have been widely adopted by hybrid customers and more. You can also leverage Azure Arc integration to protect servers or SQL servers in other clouds too. So, and then Microsoft Defender or Azure Defender benefits from the security graph, which uses trillions of signals from Microsoft services and systems around the globe to identify new and evolving threats. So this is what it makes it as a SIM tool, a better SIM tool.
Yeah. When we talk about Azure Defender, it's more about protecting you on the cloud. So definitely Kubernetes, SQL, IoT, app, DNS things all will come. Even on Azure Defender, you can have your data from your Office 365 tenant and all. So there are lots of technical demos and things. Definitely in 1 hour session, I will not be able to tell you all those things, but I will tell you where you can learn about it, what you can find about it, and how to use it, and where you can pitch in your business where you see that way this tool is a better fit, and then you can recommend, okay, this tool we should use to protect this set of system. Azure Defender is one of them, and in SQL there is a very good component, Azure Defender for SQL means you have a SQL database or SQL in Azure. I'm talking about there you can configure that also, and you will have that data. Well, I will come and showcase few of the things which I can have in my demo perspective.
Yeah. Let's go through.
Yes, sir.
Let's just go through one like 2-3 slides, and then we can directly skip other slides, which are very much we can talk about them during the demo.
Yeah.
And then anyway, whenever we're relooking at it, we can go back and then look at the presentation. Yeah. This is about like Microsoft 365 Defender. This is it's talking about more of an end user environment. Here we leverage best-in-class and individual point solutions, products to protect your entire Microsoft 365 environment. You can recognize here the endpoints, emails and documents, and apps and cloud apps identities. For each one of them, there is a separate Microsoft Defender. This is making it more robust. Until now, I think there were different portals for them. Almost a year now, Microsoft has announced one unified security center. Yeah. Now that is being like security.microsoft.com. You go there and you get everything at one CISO level. Yeah. View for them. Yeah.
That, as I said, that risk is more. So tools would be unified with it, but still at least two places which we know is, one is the Microsoft 365 Defender, and then this is another is Azure Defender, which right now is at two isolated places, which makes sense because it's a cloud entity and it's more about in-house protection that we're giving it to. And then endpoint means like local PCs, emails, the Office 365 emails, apps and cloud apps. This is CAS things, that MCAS thing is also cloud app securities and all. And then the cloud apps which you are using within your mobile systems. And identity, that AAD protections and Defender for identity. There are the factors like multi-factor authentications and other things that can improve your security score over there. So yeah.
So vision for this product, or one unified view for Microsoft, is that to see the entire threat kill chain from entry point to extraction, ideally where it has been blocked across your users or systems or documents or anything. At the same time, how do you remediate? You can remediate it from the same console, so that it is very easy for the SOCs. And very effective and efficient. Going forward, we can just go through, like run through each one of them: Microsoft Defender for endpoints, and then Office 365 and cloud app security and identity. Later on, we can just jump into the demos.
Yeah. As I said, that you guys already had a very good. I think a couple of sessions people are talking about Defender, and then. It's more about how you leverage it and how easily you start using it. That's what we'll try to focus over here in my session. Because playing with any of the security solution for a novice or for a new starter, it is very tough, which Microsoft has made little bit of easy, which we will show you. We'll try to showcase in our demo. So
we can just run through this so that we don't miss the slides.
Yeah.
So this is the ATP, Microsoft MD ATP is what is the term which is used, which has a these are all different kinds of
advanced threat protections.
Yeah. And then this is again MD ATP is what we mentioned about. These are the components of that. These are some of the features. You can just go through that later, like when we share the presentations. Let's directly get a deep dive into the demos.
Right. So let's run through this portal itself.
Let's stop sharing, and then Mitul, you can start sharing.
Yeah. I will take over the screen sharing. My audio will continue to come. I hope once you guys are able to see, I think my screen is visible. So yeah. So let's start with the demo. Before I will go to the Office Microsoft 365 Defender. Let's quickly show you that Azure Defender as well. So Azure Defender comes, how to you reach that is like portal.azure.com, and then there is a security center, that service you need to enable for your tenant. And once you enable that security centers for use, then in security center only, you will have all of the subscription you have, and that subscription, those workload which you talked about, okay, what IoT you have, what Kubernetes devices you have, what clouds things you have, and you can get see what is your current security stores. Security center is like a different full kind of product, and there itself is a cloud security is there. And in the cloud security, there is something called Azure Defender, which we talked about for Microsoft 365 Defender product. So here you can quickly see what are the app services you are running, what SQL you are running, whatever storage you have, what are the restrictions. So you can see some security alerts. Since it's a demo tenant, you might see very less things, but what you can see that you have advanced protections which you can enable it over here, like vulnerability assessment, just-in-time access. Just-in-time access is a very top topic for that security thing is advancing. So just-in-time access, what it happens is like you will get access because you have requested it, but I will give you for the 10 minutes the work you have, and after that I will remove your access. So like an adaptive application, things you guys can easily go to that portal and explore. Microsoft has started integrating the learn thing also in the same portal itself, but here I get
that's
on security center.
Yeah, but for everything they have done, the learnings in the same place. I think.
Yeah.
Or you can go to what's new.
Yeah. That's like good integration that they are doing. So this was the first part of it, Zero Security Center. One good questions I had many times is that, okay, I have a Microsoft 365 install, and there are so many logs are already going on, but I'm yet to start Azure Sentinel. I have in previous assignments, I have previous talks, I have several times talked on session on Azure Sentinel, and today also there was so many sessions. So if I want to see logs from my Microsoft 365 tenant, like who is logging in on, and that all I want to analyze it here also itself, because that's a cloud thing and I want to see it here. So that's a possible, like you have to create an event monitoring thing or event hub in Azure portal, and in that event hub, I will try to show you from the security center itself. There is a possibility that you can get your Office 365 log in Azure Defender itself, because sometimes it's a little bit costly also that using Azure. It's your other tool is that no? The security tool is there as well. So Sentinel. Sentinel. Yeah. That's a Sentinel is more security in event monitoring and things. I mean, there you can apply AI, ML, and all. Here it's more about on when now let's move to the Defender, and then we'll start talking about which. Yes, let's start from this tenant. So how to go it? First, I will show how you go to that Defender portal. So I'm right now admin.microsoft.com. It's like you go open portal.office.com, and then you should have access for that. So there is a role-based access, that you should be security admin or the global admin, or there is a specific role for each portal. So RBAC is very good. Microsoft has very good implementation for role-based access control. Whatever the tool you are using, you should have access to that tool only. So, and then you come straight to define what is, so you go to all admin center, and then you can, you have to find it here. Like if I remove it, you can see you can have the so many security center. So it's not very far, just 3-4 years before, we used to have 1 or 2 admin center, and now see these many admin centers we have. So see how Microsoft is quickly growing his portfolio. So if I go to Defender, so I can have Defender ATP here. But once you click it over here, it's going to securitycenter.windows.com, which is this. And when you come to here, it will say, okay, this is moving. This doesn't mean Defender is going away. We have a better portal for. They have given a deadline of July 6th, I think. Then when you say, okay, take me to that. But still, this was the old portal, and you can see we have a data. I have tried to do some research to show it here. So I can still be okay. I have some PowerShell injection. I have some application.
Today's data only.
Okay. Yeah. Dates, you can see that. This means I was working good amount of time for preparing those demo. And I have some machine inventory also. But when it says, okay, you have a new portal, let's come to that new portal. When you click this, then you will be on the new portal, and this is called security.microsoft.com. If we come to that home screen, let's say welcome to the Microsoft 365 Defender. And then before I start, you should
just collapse those two things. Like one is this Microsoft Defender for endpoints, and
then email Office. So this product is like these two products are integrated, and few things, and CAS I think yet to be do.
Identity and then needs to be
yet to be integrated over here is what I was thinking. Let's take a small guided tour here with Mir and collaboration tool. So for investigating incidents and respond to the threats, we have a portal over here. How to do it? We'll reach out to there. Next, we have a hunting, advanced hunting. So earlier, for doing this hunting, we need to go to that Azure Sentinel only. So there we had this issue. It was very easy to apply this KQL, custom language which we are talking about. The query, and with those query you can do. But now it is
that has been now
part of this also. They're trying to incorporate custom everywhere. So now for this is threat analytics. This I will talk about. This like this Microsoft is offering, like you know what threats are going on the market. I will come to this portal and then we'll talk about more. And then we have action center. So what actions you have to do, what are the machines you have, what are the alerts you have got, what incidents you have. From now on, what you are doing is a daily job of a security ops. So now when you are listening to me, you think that you are a SOC analyst, or you are sitting on a system where you need to protect your full enterprise and all threats are coming from all sides. So, but here it's my demo environment, how threat will come. Who will help me to create the threats? That's why like giving sessions on security topics were very tough earlier scenarios, because creating first part of it, like this black hat hacking, somebody try to hack your system, then only you will try to protect them. So But honestly, Microsoft has made a little bit of job easy. I will show you how it is. And then last is the feedback we can do. We have a community link. We can customize this dashboard as per our needs. You can see, I have less users connected. If it is more ready, you can identify what all users are. You still talk about Azure Sentinel integration, how I can do. Okay, before I start, so let's talk about this integration first only. If I need to send this data from the Defender, collecting lots of data, lots of events are coming, so I want to keep the data either in Azure Defender and as well, or either in Azure Sentinel. So if for this, there was an option here, is exploring the settings. Let it load. And then we'll show Microsoft Defender. Okay. So very familiar with this portal. And then streaming API. You can talk about the system. I have tried to connect. You can see I have tried to connect with my Azure Defender, and it's very easy. Like you need to put the name and forward to the Azure Stage or Event Hub. So this Event Hub you need to create in your Azure portal, and then you need to provide that subscription ID and then those details over here. And then you can have the data. So by this, you can have it your stripping data in Azure Defender. There was an option for getting this data from Like in Defender itself, if I want to get data from the third-party clouds, that option also was here only, multi-cloud thing. Okay. Okay, I'm right now not funding, but I will show you the demo. It will come at some point of time. It's like non-data. So these are the like settings you need to go and explore, and it's more a guy who's working on daily monitoring on the SecOps guy can take better decision on this data, like what are data retention, what are notifications people want. But yeah, this is one part of it. That's what I saw. And yeah, before coming to this, let's talk about how to create this first part of it, how to do this hacking part, and then we will try to protect the systems.
Just to see how it's working. It's more of an evaluating this tool.
Yeah.
For that, you need to have proper environments and then create those. Someone has to wear that a black hat.
Yeah. So good news is that Microsoft is helping with the option in endpoint called evaluation and tutorial. Most of the things is going to either come from email and collaboration, which is a cloud thing is running right now, and then from the endpoint. So at the endpoint, I can create some attacks. So we have an evaluation lab. So yeah, first thing is that to start this Microsoft Distributed Defender, you need there is a separate license for Microsoft Distributed Defender, and there is separately with Microsoft E5 also you can get. Yeah. That's also very important to know. But I cannot have both the things. You have a free trial also for 30 or 90 days, and then they give some devices also. So this portal takes some time for you to configure when you come first at your tenant, and then it will give you overview. You can see I have 183 alerts, 5 incidents, 20 actions already taken. Already taken means already remediated, 11 investigations, and 102 key findings. We will see full report before. How to configure this is like first you need to do this initial configuration. Here they will ask you questions and consent for before configurations, and this is evaluation highlight, and then you need to do the integrations, simulation integrations, like what all kind of attacks you want to do, that you need to agree also over here. Yeah. And so then you have enough 3 options, like 3 PC for 72 hours or 4 PC for some less hours, or like 3-4 combinations they give.
Yeah.
And you can, for me, you are seeing this add device is disabled because already I'm running these 3 PCs and all 3 already are deleted. So at one time for free evaluations, they will give real PC. So what I will say, these are the real PC which Defender itself has given, and I'm already in those PCs. This is okay. I have to connect this. So already these PCs are on test machine 5 and test server 6. I'm already there, which I will go at the right point of time. What all options we have available with this? We can connect, reset password. That's what we are doing it here. We can see how much alert they have generated. This person has generated a lots of alert. We'll definitely go to test machine 5. So let's see, and then actions you can do, like I have done a password reset or lab extension. Whatever do you can see it here. This is very important because then only you will have data, and then you will be able to evaluate this portal. So see, these many attacks I have done. So each simulation is called an attack. So right now there's no simulation is going on, so I can start a simulation. Let's say I start. So there's 2 attack IQ simulations and then a safe breach simulation. I'm trying to show you what all these attacks are. Okay, I will come that later. So let's say I want to do this attack IQ. In attack IQ, I have 2 persistence and defense invasion. What all you need to learn. So when you talk about security, you need to be a very patient guy, calmly listening, calmly studying, and working. In full year, I will say you will have only 1 day to work. That day will be your the D day where you will see some attacks or you will protect yourself. But all other day you have to work a lot and you will see very less fruitful things. That's what security all about. Where you need to read more, and that's why more help is needed from any company to give tools to those SecOps guys. So if I can say which take gives a variety of attack. So like I can do a APT, I can have a credential theft, configuration changes, code execution, ransomware infection. So let's do ransomware infection. on this test machine 5 already had lots of alert, and then I can select solution. So you have seen so many things. You have 3 good machines. You can try any of the attack. This creating this attack is a you need big knowledge to understand how you will get the access. First, you will try to compromise a console. Once you have a console is compromised, then you need to get the access of that user, and then you see what is the domain user group, and then you get the domain access. That's what full Sergey was doing in just a previous session. So that Microsoft has made very easy for you to go start evaluating this lab, and you can immediately do. You can see already a ransomware infection is now running on 5. So if I try to go and see on what test machine 5 is running, so I can see, okay, yeah, virus and threats found. I have a ransomware found over there. Yeah, I can go to this Windows security, and yeah, I can see one. I have a Trojan. Okay, I have a Trojan. I have a Trojan. I have a pseudo threat, and then I can take actions here also. This is also Defender overview only, and then device security. I'll see if I have something over there. No. Then I will see. Okay, again threats are coming. So virus and threat protections, I'm seeing lots of threats are coming. This means I will have some noise over there in my portal as well. So like this, you can simulate a threat, and yeah, what I was like, what I first want you guys to know, okay, you can have or go through these links, because simulating it, right, and knowing a threat and creating a threat is a bigger task first now for any of the first time who is starting with these tools. So this here is another link for simulation and tutorial. Let's see, I want to do a document drops back tour. One of the very famous things we've seen in the recent time, and yeah, Microsoft is trying to document it over here only. This scenario simulates delivery of a social engineering layer document. Like the document looks like it's coming from an organization's top CEO or HR representative, and but then it will lure you, and then it will take the privilege from you. How to do that attack? You can have the simulation file, and if you want to read about it, Microsoft is giving very good things like so it's a 23-page document. You need to read carefully, do each step one by one, and then you will be able to simulate this attack. Being a white, when we are talking about these tools, this is for white hat hackers who is there to protect your organization. For them, they need to read about these attacks and then learn about it, and then replicate it, and they can evaluate this product. So because this is a new product and new offering, there's lots of curiosity how to evaluate it, and these learnings can help us. Running, okay, time check 10 good. Then similar way we have for all those things I've seen you: persistence method, defense invasion things, save page, credential theft, all things you can do on any machine just by clicking run here and then apply the machine here what you have done, and then you will have the similar kind of
yeah, here we had one challenge was that in the system we should have that client installed.
Class, yeah. So all over the device you created this attack IQ thing, and then this another was from safety. So these the client tools needs to be installed in those PC, then these alerts will. So setting up this lab is a little bit of challenging, but you guys work on it. And then it's proper tutorials. Let's try to do a wireless attack on a power source. Like I have a create how easy Microsoft has made it to attack your system. So that's what we are doing right now. I've kept my PCs running. Let's see, he do it here only. Here only already so many attacks are going on. I have another machine also, but it's okay. There I have done this attack. This PowerShell attack, copy. Yes. Okay. Already thread found. Then I said, okay, it should open one file for me. This PC is still already under too much attack. So it's too much for him. Let's see, go to this test server 6. Here, this is a server also. This is also I'm monitoring from the same Azure Defender portal. Paste it. Okay. So this should, yeah. So a cell code just infected this process, and OS build is talking, and then you have quickly seen an alert also here. It's gone. We will try to find that alert later. I've talked about this part. So when I've talked about this part, then we will have an incident. We will see first what are the incidents we have. Okay, currently now we can see we have a 4 incidents active. These are low impact and this is high impact. So if I go and see, okay, this is multi-state, okay, and this is a ransomware. Let's go for ransomware. Ransomware looks more interesting. Yeah. So I am in I have opened an incident. So I'm a security ops guy. I've opened an incident where I'm trying to analyze what attack has happened. So I see, okay, why this impact is very important. So how this incident is created because of few alerts. So we can see 4 alerts. Somehow I'm not able to find it. Then this is not good alert to go with. I will go with another incident where I should see some more.
Maybe that is for the deleted.
Yeah. System. Okay. So it looks like already they are resolving the incident also. 4 investigations are going on this. And it was initial access and all, like say this one here I should have more alert. This one is a good attack. It's a access thing. This is the MITR tactics. We have 5 impacted devices and 2 impacted users. So I can see which all devices are impacted, and then I can quickly identify this device is impacted. I will open this device. And first thing what you will do, sir, if you know the system is infected as a security guy.
Usually what we used to do is we used to isolate it.
Yes. So we have an option here. Why? There is an option to isolate this device. Where is that? Yeah, it's here. So since I'm not very familiar, I'm not just evaluating this product for my learning and then showcasing for the page. So this I have an isolate device option, and then you can go hunt. So when I say go hunt, what all alerts you came with that, you can apply this custom query language, and then in that you can see what all the alerts were there, what you can write some query here. Yeah. This interface is very familiar with Azure Sentinel thing.
Yeah, you can write it down. The similar thing has been brought here.
Yeah, it looked like as everybody gets familiar with the PowerShell at one point of time, this also people are getting very familiar. Here already they have did a very good documentation. All schemas are there, all functions like device from IP. Like this is a function, and then what you have like this, you have a query, and then if you already are running a query, and then you see you will have the data also. I'm not sure whether I have a data or not, but Microsoft is giving the right set of query and functions. So that I got some data. Yeah, I get some data. So I can say I device login events. I'm able to read it. So this is advanced hunting. So I started from the incident. I identified alert. I wanted to isolate this PC. I will isolate this device because this risk level is high. So I'm thinking from the perspective of how SecOps guy will work and what it. So I can do this app execution also. There's so many options. This tool itself is giving an option to do. When we say extended detections and remediate or response, so these are the actions where you can go and do the response thing.
Yeah, the other part I think we missed is it automatically remediates some of them based on your rules and your policy, which you already said.
Yeah, so that's why
that has already shown somewhere.
Yeah, here only we should see. Yeah, so yeah, you can see these are the resolved incidents. Already they are these are the alerts. So alerts are resolved. Okay, let's see this RDP brute force attack. Let's open this, and brute force attack is like a password related attack. So it will tell you each process and all. Like, let's go get a better view for some time. So if you see, okay, so you can see watch all service or this attack
timelines and then
timelines.
What is it?
And then you can say it's a true or false alert, and you can manage this alert. And then you can say, okay, it's a true or not. You can classify and say it's resolved or in progress. And then you can, based on first you have to work on those all priorities alert, and you have to dupe those alerts. Then only once you analyze, okay, no, this is false alert, this is false alert. Then you will come again to your system, and then you will say, okay, this incident is this much impactful, and this is how it is going to like work on that. if you see investigation things, like it's automatically doing, we have not done anything. Here you can see, sir.
Here they are remediated on a platform.
Found a ransomware and it's already remediated. Some no threat found and all, like doing an actual defender job.
Yeah.
That's what we are seeing in action. We have these machines running, and these machines have a one attack.
And these are all coming for endpoint.
Yeah, yeah.
For our system. Yeah, that is for the device.
This was a one attack encrypted corruption. Also, how this investigation worked, you see, sir. We have evidence also. Like after some point of time, somebody will say, why you put my machine out of the network? I am the CEO of the company. How you did it? And since I already isolated, for me, a CEO PC or individual PC is equally a security threat. So I will first isolate it because I found a suspicious thing for that time. Then you need to showcase those evidence. So it will help you to collect those evidence as well. So we have evidence here. We have files, process which are analyzed, which are IP address analyzed. As I told, when an attack will happen, it will not have attack on one PC. It will go in a kill chain, right? Mm. One PC, another PC, and another server, and then out, and then it's a domain admin. Once it's a domain admin, it will see your security database. Threat will spread like a chain. So those chain, who can help you to stop the security ops guy, and how he can help? He should have a tool like this. There are other tools also available, but this tool is like one place sort for everything. We talked a lot on the incident thing. Then you have incident alert. I've already shown you how that hunting will work.
Yeah, maybe we can just go back to that advanced hunting. We will show that already predefined queries are there from Microsoft, which are community supported as well as from Microsoft. You can just scroll down. Yeah, queries here, shared queries which are suggested for your environment based on your threats and alerts. And these other things are the community default queries.
Yeah, here I know so many guys who comes and put the query. If you are a security expert or you start playing with it, you prepare your query and put it in the community, and then you will be identified as a contributor over there. Let's
get more network, which is more easier. Maybe for others, we may not have a data.
Let's see, sir. I have tried some ransomware, whether it will come or not. Okay. Backup deletions or.
In ransomware, photos, I think.
Yeah, we'll see. Okay.
That's a road one. Maybe we can.
Okay. Like this, okay, network we have. This query.
And this we discovered.
Okay.
This is a query which is coming in.
And then we run it.
Yeah, I just run it, and then it will just give you a nice graph of.
Yeah, right. It's not working somehow here. But yeah, you can go here and then prepare your own thing, and then.
Yeah, maybe we can just write alert info, where timestamp. Below. Timestamp, not timestamp. So you want to see like the last 1 day, greater than ago, AGO. No, one is not that one. Ago. In the bracket.
Ago times.
In the bracket 1 day.
Yeah.
1 day. 1 DT. So you can just show that.
This is all Custo. KQL.
Yeah.
Ready for you. So I'm just trying to show the possibility, because I'm not very expert in, but but a security guy who know what to find, and it's very easy or English friendly language, and they can. But here I can see good amount of data. Ransomware is detected.
Yeah, all alerts which you got in there can be. You can go by category. You can filter it by category, severity.
Yeah.
And
you can filter
1 day wise filter and all of that.
Yeah, ransomware execution. So it's really an advanced hunting. By seeing this screen, you guys can tell it has a lot of potential of doing advanced hunting here itself, rather than going to another tool for Azure Defender or Azure
SIEM and all.
SIEM security.
You can just go to this again once, network, click on that. Maybe we'll just see if it runs again. Last try. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. It's help you to prepare the chart and also.
So how many times you got a?
Okay. I want donut chart because I like. Okay. So I have this connection failed and connection succeeded. How many times that network has helped you to do that? Okay. Good. We had good advanced hunting. Then we come to this action center. Here you can take actions like we have PCs and where
We
you
have
want
last
to
5
restart
minutes.
PCs. Okay. So yeah, I'm almost done with my demos only. I will just talk about this secure score, and I've already talked about Learning Hub. This threat analytics portal. This threat analytics portal is from where you can get whatever the latest threats going around the world. And okay, these are the four latest threats which are going around the world, and whether any of these have impacted me or not. Yeah, so I can see I have a ransomware impacted me. So, and then if you try to see, okay, what it has impacted me, you can click that threat, and then you will have a full CISO ready view, or where layman also can read which what ransomware, what potential have is to play with your data and all. So, and then what are your active alerts on that? Why it happened? You have a one misconfigured device, one impacted device. You can quickly reach out to this guy. Okay, you have misconfigured device. You have to click, and you have like this portal. You can go and explore quickly. You can do this with evaluations, and there is a very good analysis for ransomware. Like it will get you best information and one click at your portal itself. You see the detail of the information that we are having. And this is the report. You can submit it to anyone and then tell, okay, see, this is the problem, and we need to act now. And these are the evidence for it. So threat analytics, you guys understood. Learning Hub, I have already shown. Secure Score is that whatever the initiatives you will take to save your organizations, it will help. Device inventories, that for how many devices and all are you running.
There's just one question which is very interesting. You can answer that. Will these simulation attacks affect if we run on production machine, like slow down the PC and apps?
It will definitely slow down the PC, but that's what its attack is. This attack are for the evaluations where we want to see the alerts and we want to see defender in action. These simulations attack is not to attack any PC. This simulation attack is for analyzing or evaluating this product. This is our purpose of doing it. If you have any other purpose, you have seen that names. So that tool help you to do those attacks. So there's a very good community for the white hat hackers. You might have you can go and try to find a tool called Black. I was saying, right 2 minutes before. Okay, I don't remember right now, so I will ping you sometime. There's so many tools for doing that, such kinds of attack on any of the system. But when you do, first you have to know how you have to save it. And then you heard about Abhimanyu thing, right? He know how to go inside and he didn't know how to come out of it. So first, as a white hat hacker, you have to learn how to clean your footprint. So, and that's what I said. When attack happens, you will never come to know, and nobody will be able to come to know also until unless you want them to know, until unless you leave your evidence over there. So there's a lot of learning, and yeah, you can do it that on real systems also. Right now, I was doing an evaluation lab, so that's what that article I was showing. My screen is there. Here in tutorials and simulations, when I was reading these things, this I'm telling you to do it on a real PC. This is for demo purpose. I have used that lab, but when I will be in my organizations, I will be given a PC. I will be given a full network. So we have a HoneyNet, honeypot, or they give a proper infra to compromise it. So there I will keep a replica of my original system. There will be no data, but I will try to hack and do. If you I don't know, from an organization where we have a foot flibless to explore the security risk and all, you will have that environment. There you can read about it and apply it, and then there you can evaluate defender and so forth.
Yeah, there is one more question on data ingestion and log retention pricing related to Office 365 services.
Data ingestion and log retention pricing related.
I think probably we can take it up offline.
Yes, this is a good question. I will explore that and come back to you definitely on this. So yeah, I know there is a limit on data, how much we want to retain, and
Okay, there is one open-ended question is that how endpoint works. So that probably we can again take it offline.
Yeah, no, but endpoint is like you have to endpoint. You have to prove yourself. Okay, I am the one who is here. So security is fundamental comes over there. You have to prove your uh, identity in front of an endpoint, and then only you will be allowed to. These are like terminology. Once you start reading about it, you will find it's very common. It's like it might into the Azure AD or Active Directory or anywhere like, which you guys are using on day to day. That's what I said. Attackers don't do super special things. It's do what we do every day, but they do it differently, and that's what we want to identify over here.
We are done with the time.
Yeah. We'll quickly come back to our PPTs, where all we have left.
Yeah, PPT we can just run through. I'll just start sharing from my side.
Okay, and then we can close the sessions.
Yeah, so we talked about endpoint and then other defenders like Office 365 as well. I think there is a great Sojay has already shown how safe attachment safe links can be done.
Yeah.
On the similar lines, we have.
So what happens is like from the portal what you are seeing there only you will go to the policy and the safe attachment and safe link policies.
I think he was showing all of
and
that.
Sergey was showing that how that safe attachment will open in a sandbox only, and then also what action you can define it from that Office 365.
Yeah.
Our session was mainly focusing on how you can start evaluating this Microsoft Defender for your organization's current needs, and you can see what the current tools your organization is using.
And the similar lines, we have product security, and then you can read about it again. We didn't got opportunity to show that, but still it is fine. Microsoft Defender for identity. This is again we have not shown from the demo.
We will share these all PowerPoint presentations to.
And then we have shown this advanced threat hunting. So these are some of the URLs where you can go and read. There is a good documentation from Microsoft. And there are some endpoint ninja links.
So this thing is very good. Like if you go in these all things, there's a learning URL and there's lots of learning. So we prepared this sessions by learning this portals or these questions and all. This gives a very good idea for us to know and learn about it. Security related areas, Microsoft is like building it. We definitely have less folks in industries right now which work, but it is increasing very good pace. So it's very good time to if you want to learn the security things, and the security related certifications are now in full stacks. So if you see these certifications, you should go and attempt it. I'm yet to attempt few of them. We already attempted few of them as not in trial mode, but yeah, it's good to attempt all these things and it will give you a very good understanding on that security thing.
Yeah.
We will share definitely all these slides, and then
this is the last chance for you guys to win the goodies.
Make sure you use this code. And
you can just note on the session code and then scan your QR code.
I see two questions more. One is our old colleague Samik Roy is asking how to cope up with regular ransomware attacks. Yeah, that's why this tool is there, where it will identify you, and definitely security is a practice that comes. So
as a layman, what I can say is that you train your endpoints or you set up a policy for your regular ransomware attacks, so that it learns by itself and then takes care of it.
So attacks are not going anywhere; they will be there and they will keep coming in. So he's using the right word. How to cope up. As we have learned to live with COVID, then we have to learn to live with ransomware also in the organization. We have to block it at right point, and then one more question I see I did on my work laptop about POC. It really slows down my system. That's true. That's what I said. So definitely make it slow. That's why you see I have kept my PC kept running over here before it slows down, and I'm not able to. Definitely, when you are trying to attack a PC, it will slow down. It will consume the resource. But good, so number you are trying it, but don't try it on your PC. Try on your Azure PC or anything on cloud. What is the code, bro? Okay, you still didn't get the code? Okay, please come back one slide, sir. He still wants code.
Which the session code?
Yeah. Now you have code. Any voucher for? Yeah. So
There is no voucher for Microsoft certifications for foundation.
No, but when Microsoft comes up with there is a portal for so certification definitely free only for that foundational certification.
No,
foundational course.
Not for security.
Not for security.
Not yet, they are not announced it.
But that Ignite challenge, whoever has completed, they had one exam.
There you can take up
SC300.
SC300.
So there was some challenge. Right now it's no challenge, but there is a website called event.microsoft.com. You go to that website and try to see what our sessions are coming. So in those sessions, they offer those kinds of codes and all. If you attend that session full 2 days, 3 days training, first you apply for it. If you get a chance, go through that session, and then you have a chance to do this free. But these exams are a little bit free or a little bit cheap. Okay, because we are NCT, for us it is a little bit cheap rate, but definitely we should have. Okay, can you please suggest which certification to start in line with Office Security? Yes.
Is it 500?
Yeah, is it 500 for Azure area and MS 500 for 360? But this is my understanding that the Microsoft area we have to learn everything. Then to live with, we started with a small product and see how that area is going. So if we know it's good, you should at one point of time, not immediately, will definitely.
I would suggest from a certification perspective, if you have not done anything in the security area, start with SC900. It has a real good content. Even MS Learn is really good.
Yeah.
You go through all of that, you will know each and every part of Microsoft offering in terms of security. So that is a nice or a very small part. Maybe you can prepare in a week and then give it up. Then you can get into a role-based certifications.
Super. But definitely this is a future I see, and lots of job openings in other companies will also you will see. And we are also seeing that there are security specific roles are coming.
Yeah. Lots of companies are opening up with the new roles very specific for security area.
Even Microsoft, there's so many jobs opening these days, and they have to focus these areas.
Yeah. I think we are over.
We are done.
Yes, I like to, because people are loving to hear you out, and they have n number of questions, which we can sit for 2 more hours, I guess. Probably have dinner together. But yeah, thank you, Mitul. Thank you, man. It was amazing session. I think people had really good feedback there. And do share your social platform so that people can ask you questions there. If they have any, just put it up on the screen there so people can just reach out to your social media and ask you questions. And thank you everyone for joining us. We will be closing our summit, and it's high time. Have a nice weekend. Be safe. Take care of yourself and your family. Do reach out to the speakers directly on the social platform. They will be there to answer you. Mitul, are you putting up the screen?
Yeah, I'm putting my links over here.
Yeah.
Twitter as well as LinkedIn.
Perfect. So you have the link there, and just reach out to them, and they'll take care of your questions.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mitul. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Manpreet, and good night. Okay, it's morning for you. Good morning.
Thanks, Bheema. Thank you. Take care. Take care, both of you. Amazing.
Everyone who are in India.
Yeah. Good night, everyone. Bye-bye.